They don't have that money anymore. That's a fair point. For those curious, this is what my combat jobs are looking at. And then this is what my life skilling jobs are looking like. For those that were curious. Pain and suffering. Time to grab my cup of coffee. Good luck, sir. Good luck, trooper. Please don't bully me. Pull a bug at you. Bum, bum, ba-da. Don't mind me, you guys, just coming through. Yeah. I'm sure there was a quicker way to do this, but it's fine. Mordona. I remember thee well. Well, met from brings you the Revenant's Toll. I hear you rightly, your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. Stronghold has been on high alert of late, with army patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Gauliads are alerted to our coming, we cannot say what they will do to Minfilia, and the others must act with the greatest stealth. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But the security's so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Well, I have a mind to walk through the front door. Oh, the front door? I will disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Hey, that's a bold strategy, but it might just work. Where we are, there is certainly no shortage of opportunity to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Oriozans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I recommend you speak with Glomment. The fellow got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry. Besides, I have no doubt that he wants to be of aid. Yada and I shall go to Racketeer Garlean activity at the stronghold. I would not do it if something were to befall our comrades before we have the chance to act. Go, Joyce, when you're ready, bro. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Yada, are you the ever times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Shelton, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalyamo. Look at Galma, Arya. Well, you found him, whoever you are. You're looking to get inside Castro Sentry and you need my help. Something tells you you're not going to get along just... Yeah, it tells you we're going to get along just fine. So, you have friends at Castro Sentry that want for rescue. The Slaftborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. If you got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass an opportunity to get back at the Poor Sons, but enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescue a foe from captivity, right? Delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt your friends are where they think they are. You don't want to risk the neck only to discover you've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out? Yes, by following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to the left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and investigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once you know for some of your friends, though, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. I'll get going in Godspeed. Heck yeah. Thank you for all the people watching on Twitch right now. We're up to 3 viewers, so hopefully we can continue to keep that streak going. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching the stream today. Oh my. A faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. But of the captive, does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. Others are much better than Ellison gets on my nerves. Most of all, every time he opens his mouth, it's about some spout gibberish. Do you wonder why is it the Tribunus so obsessed with the Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power like the kind the Beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask about the Tribunus yourself? As we'll try to humble her. I like my head where it is. Thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. One second. Okay, cool. Elfenod, it is good to see you again, Obra. I've been given to understand you've conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, when were you able to learn? Some affiliate others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the route of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details with him. Good work, Obra. As Elfenod had already told you, we fled out, of course, for the rescue. The gist of it, unchanged. Literally, coffee is one of the sole things that keep me going in life. It is the lifeblood of me. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. I started drinking coffee when I was young, dude. I started drinking coffee when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I've been drinking it since. Glamount is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Affiliate others are counting us over. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. When Galamant, that went up all the way to level 46. Holy moly! While Galamant goes about devising his plan, we need to see more preparation of our own. You want to do it? If the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor, to prevent this from happening, it's going to put yourself in a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lighting energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corruption crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to throw our Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystal among the cluster. For this, I need to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn into lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Imperials. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because this is something I want you to do, by the way, of preparation. Plans to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds. Disguise isn't much, just the clothes you're wearing. You all gotta act the part. This very least, you need to know everything before... To know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. Hey, Zach, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I can teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to the Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. I think we're only 2 follows away from hitting 100 follows on Twitch, so thank you, everyone. Oh boy, oh boy. I do wonder how long the post game for, or the post story for A Realm Reborn is. More raw numbers? Sure, give me, yeah, raw numbers would be fantastic. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Cameron. These guys are loud. Holy. It was 80 quests. Okay. Well, that's not terrible. That's not so bad. We can manage that. Yeah, I heard that they kind of streamlined it a little bit, because I remember it taking like a good like 40-50 hours for me to get through it when I did it before. Pretty bad when you remember that most other expansion post quests are half that usually. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, you know? But also it is absolutely insane. It'll probably take us a couple days to get through everything, I'm assuming, but that won't be so bad. And then we can jump into Heaven's Ward, unlock Dark Knight, Machinist, Astrologian. Boy, oh boy, I am excited for all those jobs. Machinist is hands down my favorite job in the game. Without a shadow of the doubt. Oh, guys, we are up to 6 viewers right now. Let's go. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. You know, I never really asked this, but how does everything look on the stream? Like, do you guys prefer the camera in a different spot or anything like that? I figured this is probably the cleanest spot for this game. I feel like it kind of out of the way. I know that a lot of the, like, our teams for, like, dungeon stuff are up here. I'm going to move it closer to the center of the screen when I start healing anyway. So that shouldn't be a problem anymore, so... Movement doesn't pixelate the image and the sound doesn't blow out my ears. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. The more than most streams that I've watched. Perfect. Yeah, we ended up upgrading our internet. Just so I could, you know, get the higher quality for stream. So I'm glad that that's working out. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. I'm really sad that I can't stream in 1440p, but also I understand that a lot of people can't really watch in 1440p, so, you know, I keep it at 1080p so the majority of people can watch. But I think it still looks pretty good. I see some, let's say, choices when it comes to stream layouts and color schemes. Yeah, I like to keep it very minimalistic for my stream. Obviously, our recent stuff up top with the, you know, the overlay. So keep it nice and simple. That's the way I like to do it. Redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Very close to the Helldiver salute. For my country! So do you manage the Imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into your rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Yeah, I also do run my games at 1440p as well. I've got a OLED 1440 Omen monitor. But yeah, I stream at 1080. You're called Oberokarshan, since I'm here to play from the friend Glament. As a fellow veteran and son of yours, they both, I'd offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and the comrades must disguise yourselves on Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means from the wives of the recently deceased owners. Fortified area before the Castrum Sentry never lacks the Imperial patrols. It ought not take long before 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and let me inspect the spoils. So I'm glad everything looks good for everyone. Absolutely incredible the support we're getting today, guys. Thank you again so much. I have a feeling we're gonna hit our 3rd day for affiliate today, which means if we can get those 3 concurrent viewers or more tomorrow, we're gonna hit affiliate. Also, we're exactly 1 follow away from hitting 100 follows on Twitch, so that is incredible. Mud puppy. Oh. Hold on, let me go double check this just to make sure. That is 100 follows on Twitch, baby. Let's go. Thank you for the follow, Ripper. What an incredible number to hit, everyone. Thank you so much for the support today. You guys are the best. Like, seriously the best. Yes, thank you very much, Ripper. That is awesome, guys. And we're, I think 2 subscribers short of 300 subs on YouTube, so we're big goals. We are hitting some huge goals today. I am just geeking out. What a great day. What an incredible last few days. Since we started streaming Monday, the support has been absurd. We broke our concurrent count on YouTube. We've hit 2 of our 4 affiliate days in a row on Twitch. It's just so awesome. The chat has been incredibly active. The amount of support has been incredible. Let's just teleport. I'm too lazy to run back. What up, Sid? You have the readings. Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, so I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, oh bro. The crew movie from Incredible Street. Guys are gonna gas me up again. No, stop it. Stop it, you dweebs. Okay. Yes, now, my community is absolutely insanely awesome and incredible and nice. And I love it. Damage as I expect in the present condition for these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be prepared if only formally. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eganolfa at the Diamond Forge at Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. Already sent word ahead, and if you been assured that is expected, you worry not. We have already impressed upon him the need of the utmost secrecy is the nature of your mission. Heck yeah. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, guys. I will be back in 1 second. Okay, me back. Speaking of, let's go check out something else quick. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Man, I need to get a new chair desperately. I have had this chair for years and it has done me well, but it's finally coming apart. And my back is feeling it. There have been times on stream where I've literally almost cried, like how incredible everyone has been. I'm a crier. I will say it out loud. I have no shame in showing emotion. So you're the adventurers saw Malark and Ari. I've been waiting for you, and I'll see what you got for me. I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. Hey, welcome to the stream, Ray. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see ya. How you doing today? After all, I owe your friend Sark Malak a favor to take good care of old Aganolf back in these days before I fell into the old Rowena. He did. Did he know he's a son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up like up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt like the venture his life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse words for a moment or two, and the great Eganoff will have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. You won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, there's not yet priority anyhow. You send Sark Mullark my regards, will you? I'm good, but we're kicking my ass today. What about you? One more day, and hopefully we get there. Yeah, no, seriously. With the numbers we have today, I can almost guarantee we're gonna hit our 3rd day. So, if we get there today, we just have to get that concurrent number tomorrow, and Friday we will have affiliate. That is incredible, boys and girls. That's so. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. You guys have been so incredible with the support lately. Gotta jump in a call. Be right back. Good luck, Matt. Good luck. Have you the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eganoff never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs will even a Legatus. Lego. Thus equipped, you shouldn't have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear the Garleans might detest your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates the new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into the armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garleman nips rebellion in the bud and expands the story in one fell stroke. With that, my pardon, your mission is done. I am fully glad to have been assistance to your cause. What would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interest of the realm. Thanks, Ray. It's not you, it's you guys. It's your support that we're so close to getting that affiliate goal. What are we sitting at? We're sitting at 5 views right now. It's incredible. You guys are freaking awesome. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us the suit of match tech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So open to coaxing Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. It ain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Haven't done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's soul as you can. Like as not, though, you'll be wary of venturing far from the own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here. Filch fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard to make off with the Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, this patrol is sweeping your perimeter right now, so run along. Hey, and don't forget to salute. I am assuming I probably have to put on the Imperial stuff. Yeah, but it's thanks to you if you're the best, Ray. I appreciate it. I do my best. And like I said, it's because of you guys that every day I give him my all. So I appreciate it, Ray. You're awesome. You're all awesome. You're all too great. Oh gosh. Trust me, it's nothing I don't try to achieve it. I think just being a decent person should be in everyone's arsenal. I'm far from perfect, but you know. Oh yeah, I forgot about the fajitas, Matt. How were they? my puppy. Oh my gosh. Mud puppy, no! Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east. You say, judging by your description, they were well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said I was remiss. You return to your seat and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should ought go or I use the smoke signal to call us. Don't look at me. Bad frog. Bad frog. I do know Matt's working while he watches, so might be on call doing something. Hope you don't mind me joining. Sees your season advance. Weaponry at that best be on hand. Ah, there she is. Hold on, guys. This is the place, but where's the enemy? Also, Ray, we hit 100 followers on Twitch today. This place, but where's the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let's make an example of these insurgents. You think your Lancers can beat out my Dragoon? Think again, dummy. Don't go down, Sid! Oh my god, that's what I'm talking about. I know, so many insane golds this last week. Like I said, the support has been absurd. You guys have been awesome. At very last, our own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look gift Chocobo in the beak, but it does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way the legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Yeah, but aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. It's a suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh. Cart chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out our repairs. Look for us there, Obero. Oh my god. I like that it has a little limp. That's funny. Magitech armor, Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnostic was correct. She's structured sound, but her server mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will still see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give the two something to mend, and they will think not else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold. Pride you remind them to visit the privy. Ooh. Oh no, this is gonna be better than what we got on. Yeah, that about figures. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long before Biggs and Wedge complete their task. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty, which is subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core, which drive is worn beyond use.